Welcome back to Thin Line Defense. Yep, you guessed it, you are stuck with Joe again, but hopefully torturing this optic will keep your attention for a little while. So if you're anything like me, you research the heck out of something before you buy it. And one of the things that I noticed on a lot of YouTube channels is they just go over stats. So they tell you everything that's on the box and what's on the website. But I noticed when watching that video that it always leaves me asking, well, okay, that's great and all, and you said it was good, but how good is it? Is it going to survive? Is it going to last? Is it going to take some abuse and keep going? Because that's really important to me. So, welcome to a new series. In this series, I'm going to take any brand name optic that the company will send me one. I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it through the Gauntlet. So, I did get that for free, but I don't even know if it's going to survive the test. So, the way that test is going to work, I am going to go over just a little bit of stuff, open it up. I'm going to keep that super short, and then we're going to start testing it. So, let's take a quick look at this. The Arory, I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I have no idea. So according to the box, multiple coated lensing, waterproof, brightness, visibility, dust proof. It does have, according to the box, it does have shake to wake somewhere on here. So, oh right, motion activated illumination system. It's a 2 MOA dot. It's a 1 multiplier, so no magnification. 11 different illumination settings. 1/2 inch MOA per click. All right, that's enough of that. I'm already bored. If you want to know more stats or whatever, just go to their website. There's a link in the description. I will say that the retail on their website for $139. Sure, you can find it cheaper other places, but right around 140 bucks. So for 140 bucks, let's see what you get. You get foam and a card. Yeah, that's what you get. A cloth. You get the actual optic. You get a tool to install it. What else is in here? You get the mount, battery, and that's about it. All right, let me get that all cleared off. All right, now we got everything out of the plastic, so let's take a look at this. It does come with some pretty nice rubberized protectors. Not too big diameter, but it'll do. The caps have the little slot on it to, I'm guessing, double as a sight adjustment tool. Yep. So you can use the caps to turn that. All right, let's get a battery in this. Comes with a battery. Oh, and it does come with 2 different mounts. So it has a low mount, and I'm guessing this is a co-witness. I hope it's a co-witness. Oh, it already has a battery in it. So you get 2 batteries with it. That's awesome. It's on 0 right now, so there is an off setting, even with shake to wake. Good hard clicks. You're not going to turn though on accident. And yep, it's on. So I have verified that it is on. All right, well, that's that. Let's get to testing this. All right, let's see if it's waterproof. Yep, we'll leave you right there for about 30 minutes. All right, that was more like 40 minutes, but whatever. Let's take a look. Yep, still on. So it survived sitting in water for 40 minutes. So it survived the water, so let's try some heat. Right now, we're sitting about 200 degrees. So we'll keep it around in between 175 and 200 for 30 minutes. All right, it's been there for about 30 minutes. The actual red dot is sitting at 182 degrees right now. I don't know if you can see that. It's still on. Good job. Yeah, that's surprising. I thought I'd fail on that. All right. So we're still sitting at 130 degrees, but no perfect way to cool it off. Let's put it in the freezer for about 30 minutes. All right, it's been in the freezer for a bit. Take a look. 20 degrees. Let's get it over to the bench. Let's see. Still on. So just took it out of the freezer, and I will say this, coming out of 20-degree temperature into, I don't know, probably about 70 degrees in here, it did fog up a little bit. And you can still see through it, but it fogged up. Okay, so now time to do some drop tests. I mounted it just to a Picatinny section of rail. On this 2x4, we're going to do 3 drop tests. We're going to drop it from 3 feet, 6 feet, then 9 feet. Let's see if it survives. Oh yeah, and I'll be dropping it onto this really thin, just scrap piece of carpet. There's no padding to that. I just don't want to chip my concrete floor. So, let's start. All right, 3 feet. Yep, still on, still working. 6 feet. Still on. That's kind of surprising. All right. There it is. 9 feet it is. And an extra 3 foot, I guess. All right. 9 feet. I'm up against the ceiling. 9 feet. Yeah, that didn't really hit on it. Let's do that one again. Up against the ceiling again. The wood keeps turning. Okay, I remounted this at the very end of the 2x4 just to get it to try to fall straighter so it actually makes contact with the optic on the ground. Let's try 9 feet yet again. All right, up against the ceiling. Oh yeah, hit it that time. Let's take a look. It's still on. Okay. All right. Arory, I see you. Wow, I'm pretty impressed right now. So looking over it, yeah, the cap's still on screws. The only damage I see, and there's a small dent. Not even really a dent, just a scuff more like it right here on the cap. But that's the only thing that's happened to it so far. Glass is still all intact. Red dot's still on. Man, we're gonna have to up the game. Yeah, let's up the game. All right, so we're gonna up the ante for the next test. I got a chuck it here. We're gonna try to put red dot inside chuck it and chuck it. What does this simulate? I have no idea, but it sounded fun. So let's see if it survives it. I am putting the rubber caps back on. If it comes with caps, I'll use them for this. But yeah, let's launch this thing, see if it'll even launch, and how far it'll go, and if it survives. Let's do it. Still in one piece. See if it's still on. Yep, still on. All right, that didn't fly very far, so let's do it again. Try to get some more arm into it. Ooh, got some damage on the rubber caps, that's for sure. But it's still on. All right, now let's test how strong it is. Everything still works right now that I know of. The brightness setting still works and everything else. But let's see how tough this thing really is. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Let's see. And everything still looks intact. It's still on. It's hard to get on camera. Turn up the brightness. Okay, so for this test, this was a reviewer requested test. If you want to have input on how we're testing this stuff and what we're doing to it, make sure you join our live chat every Thursday. So, I don't know why, but they wanted to see it drug behind the truck. So, here we go. All right, full disclosure, I already did this to this once, but it didn't record. So I could either sit on the bench top and say, oh, I drug it behind my truck, I promise you, or I could go drag it again. So here we are again. So there you have it, the Arory. Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are. I gave this maybe a 5% chance of surviving even half the test, let alone all of them. So let's go over the damage. As you can see, it's still on. It still works. But let's go over the damage. So the battery cap, the knob still works fine. We have clicks. The battery cap, after running it over, did get stuck on here. I tried to use a screwdriver. Ended up messing this up pretty good. I had to put 2 sets of channel locks on this, hold the brightness adjusting knob, and then unscrew this with channel locks, but it did come off. I'm just as surprised as you are. I don't know what else to say. I think I gave you all the information that you need, that if you're looking at Arory, however you say it, if you're looking at them, yeah, it's gonna hold up. If it holds up to that, then it's definitely going to hold up to normal use on a gun. So I do want to give a shout out to Arory. They sent this to me for free. I'm tired of beating up optics that I spend hard-earned money on. So they did send them to me for free, and I am pleasantly surprised. That's all I got. All right. Stay tuned for the next one. And yes, if you're wondering, I did go back and get the covers that fell off during me dragging it behind the truck. I don't litter.